Hey guys, it's Cream, aka Miss Cream of the Crop, and you are tuned into Toast and Talk Tuesdays, the podcast. And yes, we are back, and I'm toasting and talking today with Kailyn Arrington. We're toasting and talking with our pure leaf green tea. Of course, she has lemon, I have raspberry. I want you guys to stay tuned because we're going to know every single thing there is to possibly know about this creative individual. So again, this is Toast and Talk Tuesdays, the podcast. Thank you so much for being willing to stay tuned for the rest of our interview. As I said, I'm sitting down with Kailyn Arrington. She's a super creative, super spiritual individual, and she brings like 50,000 things to the table. I know you guys know that I do a million things. She does like 2,000,001 things. So I'm going to let her introduce herself to you guys, and then we'll get into the rest of the interview and find out all the great things that make up Kailyn. So Kailyn, introduce yourself to everyone.
Well, my name is Kailyn Arrington. I'm a photographer, a videographer, and a filmmaker, and also an advisor, a spiritual advisor, a motivational speaker, and I have some other things coming up pretty soon. It's just a little about me.
She says a little, but she named like 10 different things. So let's get into the very first thing. So I know you brought up the fact that you're a spiritual advisor. So for people out there that may not understand what a spiritual advisor is, what they do, and what that means, tell us what that is.
Well, a spiritual advisor is somebody that comes and helps you when you're on a spiritual path and a spiritual walk, and you have questions about different spiritual things, such as numbers, spirits, different spiritual gods. You have questions about any kind of religions, anything like that. I'll just talk to you about it, where you at, and meet you where you at, and help you get to the destination that you're hopefully wanting to go to, and just be there all the time, really.
Right. So when did you know that this was something that you wanted to do, and when did you know that this was something that you could actually do?
Well, I knew I can do this, like help people all my life. I knew I can help people all my life, but to actually tackle it in a professional field, this is my first year tackling it in a professional field, but I've always done it, so I have basically 23 years of experience of spiritual advising people.
And she's only 28, guys, so just want to put that out there for 23 years of experience. So that should let you know that this is something that's truly a gift that, you know, something that she just has. It's a gift, it's not something that she picked up. So, speaking of your gifts, I know that you brought up the fact that you're a videographer, you're a photographer, I know you're an author, and then we're going to get into the project that you're working on as far as the homeless shelter. So for those of you out there that are just tuning in, you know this is Toast and Talk Tuesdays, the podcast. I'm Cream, this is Kailyn, and for those of you that may not know the purpose of Toast and Talk Tuesdays, I started Toast and Talk Tuesdays about maybe a year or two ago, and it's something that I do to bring female entrepreneurs, creatives, and just all around dope people, but mainly females. This is my platform that I use to bring females to the forefront that you may not know about. You may have heard of Kailyn, you may know who Kailyn is, but you may not know about her gifts, you may not know about her creative works, or some of her entrepreneurial endeavors. So that is the purpose of Toast and Talk Tuesdays, is to bring dope female entrepreneurs to the light and just help empower them. So that is the purpose of Toast and Talk Tuesdays. So I'm really excited that you guys are tuned in, and I'm really excited to bring you Kailyn so that we can tell you all the dope things about her, as I said earlier. So we just talked about her spiritual advising gift. So now I just want to get into you being an author, and I also want to get into your more creative side with the videography and photography. So when did you know that these were some things that you were interested in, and did you go to school for this?
Well, I actually went to Ohio Media School of Broadcasting and graduated, but before I went there, I opened up my business, and I got into it because I always picked up the camera ever since I was younger, but didn't realize that it could be a profession. So once I realized it could be a profession, I took it serious, and I immediately started shooting weddings, immediately started shooting people and doing things. So I realized that I really, really love being creative and expressing myself through pictures, because I have an eye for it, and I have an eye for anybody anywhere in a happy way, in a serious way. Whatever emotion you hope to see, I can bring it along on the screen.
Okay. So is that the same reason why you got into writing as far as being an author as well?
Yes, but me being a writer and being an author, that came more so as self-expression and self-help.
Okay.
So that came more from my spiritual way.
Okay.
That just came out of me more so for just being able to advise people through working, through reading a book.
Okay. All right. So for you, and I know you touched on using your creative endeavors to empower other people, to inspire other people, and to evoke emotion. What are some things that you, or some advice that you would give some other young women out there that inspire you to do some of the things that you're doing right now?
Everything counts, is what I stand by. Everything counts. Everything truly counts. So I will basically say, take everything that you have and make it count. Every single simple thing, from drinking juice and being appreciative of the juice you're drinking for that day. That matters just as much as the check you're going to get on Friday.
Right.
And allow that emotion, live in the moment. Stick with faith. Faith is just basically believing that everything will get better and you'll be able to make it through anything. I'll leave them with basically being able to get someone who is very, very trustworthy and if you can, outside of the family, and who is a professional with dealing with spiritual things and guidance, so you can really get to the true success and look at somebody else's life and that you want to be like and get around them.
Okay. So pretty much look for a mentor, someone who you not only look up to on the entrepreneurial side, but even if they evoke some type of emotion with you spiritually.
Yes.
Okay. So I mean, they can find that within maybe one or two people. It just all depends on how that person makes you
Right.
feel and where you're trying to go on your path.
Right.
So for you, all of us become discouraged sometimes, and I know that you are really focused on the positive. You're really focused on what you really want to do. So for those days where you feel the spirit of doubt or depression or anything negative trying to come into your space to make you, feel less than what you really want to feel like, what are some things that you do to overcome that?
Well, I can say journaling is beautiful. I can say journaling is beautiful because you can express yourself and you can say whatever. You can talk to the feeling of love. You can talk to the feeling of hate. You can talk to the feeling of anybody in this universe and know that it has been sent out. So whether you're sending that to the person directly or spiritually, they're going to feel it some type of way because we all are connected. So what I do is I journal, I walk, I breathe, I get some fresh air, I do things that I like to do. I don't have to spend a lot of money. The key is not to spend a lot of money because you don't want that to be your coping, spending money. But if you know you have a certain type of drink that you like, or you like to do something like you never get your hair done a lot, go and take yourself get your hair done. You like to be by the lake or the river, I do that. I also just dive into something happier. Whatever I know, like I go to only happy music.
Right.
Only a music that will lift me up. Only friends that I know for a fact are living happy. Because if you're in that space where you're kind of doubt, you need to be around people that lift you. Basically have a trampoline of positivity around you so you would never fall.
Right.
Because if you're falling, you're falling on a whole nother leaf of possibility.
Right. I like that, trampoline of possibilities. I like that. That's gonna hashtag that for today. So for you guys, if you didn't take anything out of this, or you don't take anything out of this, once this is over, I want you to take away the trampoline of possibilities. I really like it. Like I like those sayings. That's pretty dope. So, as far as the other creative entities and things that you like to get into, I know one of the ways that you like to get your creative juices out is to be involved in the community.
Yeah.
So for you, why is being involved in the community important? A lot of people say they like to be involved in the community and it's kind of for show. But for you, you're truly involved and you really believe that that's something that's important for us to do. So tell us why that's important for you, and then we'll get into the homeless shelter and different things like that.
Well, it's important to me because honestly, I know how I and be inside your being with emotion. So it's very important to me because I like to help people, because I like to help and I like to give help and I like to receive help. And I believe in the chain of the beginning is the end is the beginning. It all connects. And the community needs us. They need help because we need help. Everywhere you at, whether you're poor or rich, you still need help. So helping the community helps me because it makes me be able to sleep good at night, and it makes me feel like it will make me know that I did something for someone else. I did something bigger than me. Basically is to be better than me. But I got into it just basically because I want to help and I want to bring change. I just don't want to talk change. I want to bring the change. I will bring the change.
Right. So you want to be the change that you want to see.
Yes.
You want to be the change that you want to help make in the community,
yes.
in the world.
Yes.
That makes sense. That
in
makes
the
a lot of
community,
sense.
in the whole world.
Exactly.
I'm just starting here.
Right. And that's fine because in order for us to help a lot of people, you have to understand how to help a small amount of people. And you never know how much power or how much you can actually do until you actually do it. And sometimes it's good to start small because once you conquer and accomplish that small task, now you know what it will take in order to do it on a larger scale. And I think a lot of times people have the right heart, but I think sometimes people try to tackle the big thing too fast before they actually have their plan, before they actually know how to accomplish it. And then it kind of turns into a fail and then they give up. But it wasn't really a fail, it's just, hey, just scale it back a little bit. Focus on this small area here, and once you know what it's going to take, and you may then garner the attention of other people who are just as true as you, and then they'll want to help and assist you as well, and that way you can take it out into the world. So let's get into the homeless shelter. I know that's something that you're looking to do. You already have a name for the homeless shelter, so tell everyone about your homeless shelter and your plans, and when you expect this to actually come to fruition.
Well, my homeless shelter is called EVS, which is Every Voice Counts.
Okay.
That's giving everybody a voice and to be able to say whatever they have to say and have a place to stay. I want this to open as soon as possible. I know definitely I want to have it kicked off before this year is out because this is a big task that I am tackling. And I want it to be done right. I don't want to just rush through it because I want to take my time with it because it's for the people, and I want them to actually have a beautiful space, a beautiful place to live, a beautiful work environment, everything else. I offer a lot in my shelter, but my mission basically is to help people dealing with homelessness and let people know that being homeless is dealing with homelessness. It's not who you are, it's what you're going through.
Exactly.
That's it. It's just like
it doesn't define being homeless. Doesn't define who you are.
It just defines your situation.
Exactly. I think a lot of times people lose themselves and they lose their will to fight because they've allowed homelessness to be them instead of just being the situation that they're in. And I don't think that it's something that people do on purpose. I really think that in America, we don't really tackle the homeless problem like we should. Because I think that once people become homeless and you're labeled homeless, then you become these other people that are forgotten about, that are kicked to the side, and people don't realize that all of us can be homeless tomorrow. And I think that people don't look at the problem of homelessness other than the stereotype of what they believe makes people become homeless. A lot of times people see homeless people, they think that they're on drugs or that they're alcoholics or they did something to make themselves become homeless, and not realize that sometimes things just happen to good people and they end up being in that situation. And I think that's one of the reasons that some people that are homeless don't look for help, because they don't want people to look at them other than what they would want to look at themselves. And I think a lot of times we look at homeless people the wrong way and not realize they could be just one day. And there are people that have been homeless that are not homeless now that you would have never known was homeless, you know. And I really think that it's an awesome thing that this is something that you're getting into, because I know that we do have homeless shelters, but I feel like some of them aren't doing anything for the people in their situation, just as well as, and I really want to get into the subject because we can talk about this all day. I feel the same way about prisons and jails. I feel like homeless shelters are just places for some homeless shelters are just places like that for jails and prisons. They just go because you did a crime. They don't try to rehabilitate you or assist you or do anything. And then when your time's up, you're released, and you just hope you don't come back. But most of the people do come back, and I feel like that's one of the reasons we have perpetual homelessness, because are the shelters really assisting these people with moving on with their life and getting out of this situation, or are you just helping them be a homeless person?
Well, that's a good thing, because my homeless shelter offers the whole program for you to get your own place. Mm-hmm. Like it offers you a new life.
Okay.
Honestly, it's really in depth. It offers you trade skills, different stuff like that. It's so much stuff that it offers. I don't want to get too much into that.
We don't want to give it away
too much into that, just only because it's a lot. It's really broad, but it will be offering. Basically, people will come and not leave the same way they came,
right?
And they will basically have to sign a thing that they basically will be there and serve this time,
right? Okay.
Because we are going to be doing some deep diving.
Yeah, and then too, I think people need to be held accountable for their lives, because there are people that are homeless because of things that they did, and they wouldn't be homeless if it weren't for the fact of some things that they did, you know. So some people become homeless by mistake. Some people become homeless because
by accident.
Yeah.
Or just because they didn't care at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, and it's not to say that there aren't people who became homeless because they were on drugs or because they were drinking. It is what it is, but I feel like you never know what that person was going to that drove them to the drugs, that drove them to the drinking, and that might be something.
And that's what we need to tackle.
Yes, and
that's
that's
what
something
we tackle at my organization.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like a lot of times, people again find excuses to look down on people, but not understand why they got into the situation that they're in. Some people, yeah, they might have started doing drugs because it felt good, but you never know what they were trying to mask. There might have been some pain they were trying to mask, and I'm not giving them an excuse, but you have to understand someone's journey to actually understand why they ended up where they are in order to help them move forward. So it sounds like that's what you guys are going to be doing at your shelter. And we do have some homeless shelter organizations here that do assist people with that. Just as well as you have things that go well, you have things that go not so well. So I just want to have people out there thinking that, we don't have good homeless shelters here. We do. We have some really good organizations here, a few that we actually work with here at 216 The Beat. And so I don't want you guys to think that we don't have good networks here, because we actually do. Again, it goes back to the person. Do you want it to work for you? It's the same thing I was saying about jail. You can go to jail and do your time and say, I never want to come back here, or you can go to jail, do your time, and come back. It all depends on how you work your journey and what you do with all the things that come into your life, whether they be good or bad, positive or negative. So, speaking of all the positive and negatives, being a female, being an entrepreneur, and being in this industry, what are some things that you think could possibly, and I don't want to say hinder you, because I know that you're going to tackle whatever, but being a female, I know there are some things that I face. Being a female, I'm sure there are some things that you face. So what are some things that you've had to overcome just being a female and doing all the things that you do?
Honestly, being a female, that role never made me not be able to go for it.
Right.
I'll say my personality and my characteristics to be determined and to never give up and never quit. It's what makes it hard for people sometimes to be like, oh my gosh, she's really thriving, she's really going for it. Mm-hmm. So I can say that really myself, that's the only thing.
Right.
And just like you said, with some positive and negative, my strongest point is thriving no matter what.
Right.
But that can be used as a weakness sometimes too, because sometimes you do need relaxed time and you need rest time.
Right.
Because everything needs some kind of renewal. I have to, and you're doing so much, you have to be renewed. So I can say rest.
Right.
Resting.
Right.
Being able to relax. And you really don't need 7 hours to sleep. Not everybody. But if you have that time that you dedicate to downtime, rest time, and actually coping, basically being by yourself for a little bit, probably like for an hour or 30, you need 30 minutes to an hour a day to know how you feel without nobody else telling you how you feel or what's going on.
Right.
You need to understand where you at. So I say basically that.
Right.
Basically.
Right. No, I totally understand because I'm that type of person. So I can't give you any advice on that because I'm still working on resting and relaxation for myself because that's something that I always have to write in, relax, grab something to eat because I'll go a whole day and it'll be 10, 11 o'clock at night and I realize I didn't eat at all. Sometimes I have to remind myself to drink water, drink tea, drink whatever because, again, I will forget and I just will work. And I have a deadline. I have stuff that I want to be done and then I realize that I work the entire day. But that's definitely a good point. And one other thing that I want to talk about, and then we're going to get into some extra fun stuff. And I want you guys to stay tuned for that because you guys know I like to talk to my people and ask them like some little crazy questions. So I want you guys to stay tuned for that. We're going to do that at the end. But I know when I first met you, you were working on a documentary. So are you still working on the documentary? And I want you to tell everybody what the documentary is about and some of the places that you travel and, you know, got some new footage.
Okay, well, the documentary I'm basically done. I'm just trying to pick a perfect time to put it out and just to make sure that, you know, it's my baby. Make sure that I have all it critiqued and everything like that. Well, I traveled to Atlanta, Chicago, and New York. I went to New York first, then Atlanta, then Chicago, and then I actually shot here in Cleveland. It will have basically, you know, different homeless people, different homeless organizations, basically saying what other people feel. The title of the movie is called Voices, so it goes with my organization. Every voice counts. Right. So it's basically like a spider web to that. I love it. It has so much emotion in it, and you'll be able to feel, and it's basically allowing you to be able to walk in somebody else's shoes, just listening to their story because you're listening to the voice of them, and you actually begin to see with your eyes, your ears, and you get to see it at once. A thriller experience that allow you to feel what being homeless really means, what is people dealing with, and also what are people dealing with, and also basically what it is like to be around people that's homeless, or to grow up with people that's homeless, or to be in a society with people that's homeless, because there's a whole bunch of different point of views you can look at it in. And while I was shooting this movie, I was also dealing with basically actually sleeping in my car too. When I shot this movie, I had to, because it was just like my baby, it was my dream, and I didn't want anything to stop me from being able to shoot this movie.
Right. So you did what you had to do to get your stuff done.
Yes.
So I appreciate you for sitting down and toasting and talking. We're going to toast one more time. Our pure leaf green tea. And I'm Cream. This is Kailyn. This has been Toast and Talk Tuesdays, the podcast. But before I let her go, I'm going to have her give her information, her social media, and all those different things. And we're going to get into some fun stuff. So I want you guys to stay tuned for that. But until then, let everyone know all of your social media pages and how they can get in touch with you. And if they're interested in working with you as far as your videography and photography, let them know how they can reach out to you.
Okay, well, Kailyn Cameras is spelled Kailyn Kameras. That's on Instagram and that's on Facebook. Also, that's my Kailyn Camera Photography business, and my spiritual business is Pure Angel Hands. Pure Angel Hands, PureAngelEls.
Pure Angel Hands.
Pure Angel Hands. And basically, if you could follow me on those two, you'll be able to see all my other accounts because they're linked to there.
Absolutely. So you guys already know Toast and Talk Tuesdays is right here on 216 The Beat. 216 The Beat everything. 216thebeat.com. 216 The Beat Radio on Twitter. 216 The Beat on Instagram. 216 The Beat Radio on Facebook. I'm Miss Cream of the Crop. Miss Cream of the Crop on everything. Cream for short. Just Google me. You'll find every single thing. Welcome to creamsworld.net is the website. So thank you so much for tuning in to the Toast and Talk Tuesdays, the podcast. And stay tuned. Right after this, we're going to get into some fun stuff. But this is Cream, and thank you so much for being tuned in to this portion of our podcast.
Thank you.